Okay, this lesson is on multiplying binomials with another binomial and multiplying polynomials by a binomial. Again, sounds confusing. It's really not going to be that bad. So let's get into it. Write down example 1. I'll show you how to do it. So we're going to take this first term and we're going to distribute it twice. So I'm going to do x times x and I'm going to do x times 2. So x times x is x to the second, because remember we add the exponents. It's a 1 and a 1, so that's an x to the second. X times 2 is a positive 2x. I'm going to do the exact same thing with the 3. I'm going to multiply it here, and I'm going to multiply it here. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 2 is 6. And then your last step, you'll combine the two terms in the middle. So I'm going to bring down x squared. 2 plus 3 is a positive 5x. Don't add your exponents, just leave it as an x. And plus 6. And that's your answer. Let's do another one. Write this one down. Again, I'm going to take my x and I'm going to multiply it to both. So x times x is x squared. X times 7 is 7x. Then we do the same thing with my negative 5. Negative 5 times x is negative 5x. Negative 5 times 7 is negative 45. And then you'll combine your 2 in the middle. So I have x squared. 7 minus 5 is a positive 2x. And I'm going to bring down that minus 45. That's my answer. Let's do some more. All right, this time I got coefficients, which is fine. 2 times 6 is 12. Y times y is y squared. 2 times negative 7 is negative 14. Bring that y down because there's no y here to combine it with. Same thing with the 3. 3 times 6 is a positive 18y. 3 times negative 7 is negative 21. I can combine my two y's in the middle, so I have 12y squared. Negative 14 plus 18 is a positive 4y. Then bring down minus 21. All right, I'm going to let you guys, well, no, let's do this one together. This has a 1, so let's multiply. Z squared times z to the first. Remember, you add exponents, so 2 plus 1 is 3. Z squared times negative 12 is just negative 12z squared. Negative 6 times z is negative 6z. Negative 6 times negative 12, negative, negative 6 times negative 12 is a positive 72. Can I combine anything in this one? No, because this is cubed, this is squared, and this is a to the first. So this is your final answer. Nothing can be combined. Okay, what happens if you have a trinomial? It all works exactly the same. We're just going to distribute, but now we're distributing to 3 things instead of 2. So here we go. Let me show you this. 4 times 2 is 8. Add your x's and you get x to the third. 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. Add your x's and you get x squared. 4 times 3 is 12. There's no x to add to it, so we're just going to bring that x down. We're going to do the same thing with the 9. 9 times 2 is 18. Bring down your x squared. 9 times negative 5 is negative 45. Bring down your x. 9 times 3 is a positive 27. Now let's combine like terms. There's no more x to the third, so I'm just going to have 8x to the third. I'm going to mark it out because I've done it. I can do an x squared with an x squared. So negative 20 plus 18 is a negative 2x squared. I'm going to mark it out because I combined it. X is 12 minus 45. Can't do that in my head this early. 12 minus 45 is negative 33. Bring your x down. And did I use everything? No, there's still a plus 27 at the end. So that's my answer. Let's do another one like that. Again, not hard. We're going to take our p and we're going to multiply it to all 3. P times p squared is p to the third, because this really has a 1. P times 2p is a 2p squared, because I added the ones. 1 plus 1 is 2. P times negative 7 is negative 7p. Now I'm going to do the same thing with my 4. 4 times p squared is 4p squared. 4 times 2 is 8p. 4 times negative 7 is negative 28. Now let's combine like terms. There's no p to the third, so I'm just going to bring that down. I can combine 2p squared with 4p squared, and that gives me 6p squared. I can combine negative 7p with 8p, and that gives me a positive 1p. And then bring down your minus 28. Let's do one more just to make sure you got it. Oh, no, yeah, of this kind. So x times x squared is x to the third. I added my x's. X times negative 8x is negative 8x squared. Again, 1x plus 1x is 2. Or the x to the first add. 5 times x is 5x. Do the same thing with the negative 3. So I get negative 3x squared. Negative 3 times negative 8 is a positive 24. X. Negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. Let's add like terms. There's no more x to the third, so I'm just going to bring that down. Negative 8x squared and negative 3x squared is negative 11x squared. 5 plus 24 is 29x. And then bring down your minus 15. All right, the only other new thing we're going to do is when you have a problem written like this. Anything squared means multiply it by itself. So we're not going to do your laws of exponents where you distributed that 2 in. What this really means is do x minus 2y times x minus 2y. So just like every other problem we've done in this video, x times x is x squared. X times negative 2y is negative 2xy. Keep them in alphabetical order. So let me go through that real slow. So there's really a 1 here. 1 times negative 2, that's how I got negative 2. X times y is just xy. I'm going to do the same thing with this negative 2y. Remember, there's a 1 here. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Again, y times x is just yx, but I like to keep it in alphabetical order, so I'm going to leave it xy. Negative 2 times negative 2 is a positive 4, and then the y times the y is y squared. Now, can I combine anything? Yes, I can. Look at these two in the middle. They're both xy's. So I'm going to bring down x squared. I can do negative 2 minus 2 and get negative 4 and leave it an xy because they were both xy's. And then bring down your plus 4y squared. All right, let's do another one. Okay, so remember that squared on the outside really just means do x plus 3 times x plus 3. So x times x is x squared. X times 3 is 3x. 3 times x is 3x. And 3 times 3 is 9. Now, can I combine anything? I sure can. These two in the middle. So I get x squared. 3 plus 3 is 6x. And then bring down your plus 9. So if you'll go try that worksheet and let me know if you need help.